What's going on, guys? Back. Sorry, my dog's kind of sucking up to me. We're having a thunderstorm. She's not a big fan of thunder. She doesn't like thunder and she doesn't like fireworks. And we've got some neighbors that like to shoot that off. And I used to think to myself, oh, what's the big deal? Like, they're just animals. But now I see that my female just hates the loud noise and the rumbling, and it kind of bothers me that it bothers her. So I try to get protective for her. When I'm shooting my videos or working on my cards, a lot of times she just sits under the table at my feet, which is kind of cool. So anyways, listen, I've got a second video I'm shooting today, although I'll probably release it in a week after the first one. But part of my latest SGC sub was some of it was more than just my Bowman set. I got some hockey cards back. I got some non-sport vintage back, but you know, the thumbnail is kind of alludes to the Hamilton Tigers, because there is a card here for the Hamilton Tigers. A lot of people don't know. I live in a suburb of Hamilton, Ontario, Stony Creek. The Hamilton Tigers once had an NHL team, and one year they decided to go on strike, the whole team, for more pay. And the owners called their bluff and said, screw ya, and ended the season and shipped the team off. And that team became the New York Americans, which I believe later became the New York Rangers. I believe. I don't know the transition, but anyways, it became the New York Americans. So that was the origin of Hamilton's hockey team. And I do have one card in here that I picked up raw in my group, and I sent it to SGC along with a couple other hockey cards. First time I sent, maybe other times I sent hockey to SGC. Yeah, I've got some pickups of some vintage stuff that I picked up. One card for my 61 Parker set. Couple of projects I'm going to show. So let me turn the camera around, stop babbling, and show you what I got. Sit tight. Okay, guys, so this here, that is the Bowman stack that I just shot the video for. I have 3 vintage hockey sets on the go. The 62-63 Topps. Just started the 61 Topps. And I also have the 1960 Parkhurst. I'm just looking at some things, so if I misspoke there, I apologize. Anyways, here's some stuff that I picked up, and I got pretty good deals on it. So this first one is a 1958 Parkhurst. That's Toe Blake and a PSA 6. Longtime coach and former player, Hector Toe Blake. Got that like super cheap, and it was in the group, and I was like, why isn't anyone buying that? Oh, probably because he's, you know, a coach or manager card. But I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, so I'll take that. Bought this raw at a show a little while ago. Sent it off to SGC. This is the 1959-60 Parkhurst Jean Beliveau in an SGC 5. There's the back of the card right there. Very nice. Happy with that. Also, speaking of the 61-62 Topps set, I picked up a bunch from a group, so it's another, you know, another project. Like I need another project like a hole in the head. But I got a Bobby Hull, and that came back as a 5. So I thought it was in really good shape. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to send it off and see how she grades, and she did pretty good. Here is Mr. Ken Randall. Not a legendary player, but definitely a Hamilton Tigers player. And I picked this card up for $30 in a group. And it's from the 1924-25 V145-2 set. And it came back a 1.5. So, you know, I probably got 55 Canadian into this. I'm okay. This card is 100 years old. This guy played in my hometown back in the day. And I like it. How about this? Mr. Bob Bond from my Parker set. I needed that. I think I'm down to 9 players. Sadly, I need Richard Beliveau, Gordie Howe, Dickie Moore, Johnny Bauer, Frank Mahovlich, a couple minor Habs. Just, it's weird. Like, I just don't focus on things. I don't know what it is. I'm like a squirrel. It's like, boom, my attention gets taken away. So I got that. What else do I have for hockey? Oh, I picked up this in my group. So I did a video about some beehives a little while ago. This is a series 1. Some of them came in blue and red bordered. This is Elmer Locke of the Montreal Canadiens. So I'm happy to have that in my collection. Any of the Montreal guys, except for doubles, I think I'll probably keep. And then these are some of the 62-63s that I'm working on, this set. It's a 66 card set. Bobby Hull's an expensive one. Gump Worsley, Vic Hadfield rookie card. But anyways, here we go. There's Elmer Moose Vasco, Reg Fleming, Chicago Blackhawks, New York Rangers, Camille Henry, Cliff Pennington, Boston Bruins, Earl Ingerfield from the Rangers. These will all be Chicago, Boston, and New York, because the top set did those 3 teams, and then Parker's traditionally did Montreal, Toronto, and Detroit. We've got Tommy Williams of the Bruins, Bob Turner of the Blackhawks, Al McNeil of the Blackhawks, Bert Olmsted. Corners are a little tough on those. That's okay. Dollar Saint Laurent. And then these are the 61s that I have, and another project. So these actually go hand in hand with this hull. It's actually from the same set. So most of them look like that, but some you'll see. There's a couple action images. So who do we got first? Ted Hampson, New York Rangers. Guy Gendron, Rangers. Larry Cahan, Irv Spencer, Bob Turner of the Blackhawks, Murray Balfour, Chicago, Kenny Warham, Chicago, Ab McDonald, Pierre Palat, very underrated defenseman. This one is one of the action ones, hockey highlights. Bathgate bangs one in. Is he taking that? It's against Glenn Hall. Action in 19. Hall was NHL's All-Star goalie in 59-60 and a Cup hero last spring. So that's cool. And this one, action near the cage. Does it say on here? Murray Balfour and Chicago's right winger. One in the NHL was Fern Flaman. Man keeping him away is Fern Flaman. So yeah. Who else do we have here? We got Bob Armstrong, Don McKenney, Doug Moans, Jerry Topazzini, Boston, Leo Boyven, Earl Balfour, and Al LeBrun. That's what the backs look like. Should have shown that off. And then lastly, I picked up some vintage stuff. Well, not lastly, a couple things. So this guy had these Hassan's. They're all track and field cards, relatively cheap. What is there, 2, 4, 7 of them? Not the greatest shape. I probably won't send these off for grading. It's a Mecca. There's a Hassan with paper loss. Another Hassan, another Mecca, Hassan. So just looking at them from the front. Graph. This one is Harry Jensen. Oof. Bud Goodwin. Striking his pose there. This one, Lou Manley. Who do we have here? We have Charles J. Bacon Jr. Too bad his name wasn't Chris P. Bacon. Dan Ahern. And Johnny Hayes. Great colors on the background there. Remind me of the T206 cards, right? Same era. So, and then I've got a boxing and another track and field card that I bought raw, and I sent them both in, and they both came back with the same grade. This is the 1935 J.A. Patrono set. This is Mr. Joe Louis. Sporting Events and Stars. That got an SGC4. It's the back of the card there. And then lastly, picked up this entire set, the 1937 Ogden cigarette set. Jesse Owen, Champions of 1936, also got a 4. And there's the back. So that is all I have for you guys. Shot 2 videos in one day. Lots coming in. And I got a big show Sunday, June 22nd. This will probably be released after it, but hopefully I can pick up some stuff. I'm just trying to prepare everything I want to bring to the show and go from there. So that's all I got for you today. Have a good one.